You guys know what time it is. That's right. It's noodle time. All right. Honestly, I'm just kidding. You know what time it really is, because it's morphin' time. Ooh, nice guitar riff. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Okay, that's enough out of you. But, yeah, it's time for a review of Power Rangers Dino Fury, episode 4. So, yes, it's time for episode 4, which is called New Recruits, because we now finally got Izzy and Javi showing up as our green and black Power Rangers. And this episode was really good. I'm enjoying this show. Like, I never thought that after 17 years, at 35 years old, I would be like, every Saturday, be like, I can't wait to watch Power Rangers. like, it's I feel younger in the sense of like I'm excited for something every week to watch, and this episode, New Recruits, did not disappoint. Um, so right off the bat, there are spoilers in this episode, as always, and I will warn you ahead of time. So now you're warned. Spoilers. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. If you're listening to this on the A Nerd Named Mark Reviews podcast RSS feed, thanks for listening. I appreciate you. With that being said, let's jump right into New Recruits. Um, I really enjoyed the fact that there's kind of like the, I guess it might be subtle, but I think it's continuity of the whole money situation from episode 3, because now Zayto's getting a job. He went in for an interview to write at Buzz Blast, and we saw Javi there, and they both were given two different stories. Uh, Zayto was given the thing to his news thing that he had to write about. He had to go interview Izzy, who is a track star, about her routines and this and that. And Javi has to go to the museum to do a story about this green orb thing that I already forgot the name of, and I apologize. So, I thought that was really interesting. My favorite thing was Ali taught Zato to say "cool, cool, cool" or "cool, cool, coolio," and ugh, running gag, so great. I just think that it was funny to have him constantly have to say that every once in a while, and yeah, it was good. I was thoroughly amused and entertained with the humor. Again, the humor is not so slapstick. Yes, we got the J bot robot assistant that's killing it in the humor department, but we don't have that slapstick comedy duo, even though technically it is the duo. But it's just done really good, and the writing is just I'm thoroughly enjoying how it's going right now. And another thing about the humor that I really enjoyed was the monster of the episode, Dragnarok, uh, Boom Tower, and everyone like constantly forgetting his name. I don't know, like, and my favorite line was he's like, "It's Dragnarok. Is Dragnarok that hard to remember?" And I just died because I was like, "This is very entertaining. This is hilarious." I like the humor of that, because like it's always nice to have like some humor interjected with the monsters as well, not just you know the Rangers and everything else. But moving on, because I'm trying to keep my reviews, even though they have spoilers, a lot like shorter, instead of like 10, 15 plus minutes for a review. Instead of like breaking down stuff, I'm just going to talk about what I enjoy and some of the negative things. There's no negative things this time around, by the way, except for the fact that at one point in the episode, Zato got to summon all three Zords for the Megazord. Like, so Ollie and Amelia didn't get to actually call for their own Zords, which I was like, oh, you're not gonna let them call out for their own Zords? You're gonna let Zato just call all three over? I was like, man, I wanted like a pose and a one-liner or something. I did notice like the Ollie Amelia interactions haven't been like in this episode, weren't as like in the forefront, and it makes sense because we're getting introduced to two new characters. Um, so obviously, um, Izzy and Javi are their new Rangers. When they morphed, I thought one of the coolest thing is because Izzy is a track star, triathlete style. She had a javelin with her still, and she threw her sword, her dino sword or whatever it's called, to Javi, and he's dual wielding them while she's using a javelin. And I was like, you know what, like that is awesome. If there's a way that they can keep it so she gets to use the javelin more, I'm all on board, because Javi looked completely badass dual wielding the swords, but Izzy stole the show with that javelin and also the skirt where, you know, I'm not getting into this, what I'm calling PR skirt gate. That's what I'm calling it. I'm not getting into that. Um, so, you know what? I don't care what happened. Like, it was good. It showed her character in the scene. She's like, I'm not really a skirt person, rips it off, and that's it. People who are over exaggerating, like, oh, she waves a skirt, or like, no, she took the skirt off. That was it. All right. Quick sentence explains it. Going forward, no skirt. Cool. Don't care. Honestly, like I'm not gonna lose sleep or get up in arms over a skirt. You know, if anything, this scene helped. You know, give her character more character, and I'm excited going forward to see what happens. Like I'm waiting for them to get their Zords. I can't wait for just everything else going forward. And so yeah, skirt aside, blah blah. I talked about all that stuff. It's a good episode. Like I'm hooked. Like once again, like my weekends are exciting now because I got Dino Fury, we got Zenkaiser, we got Kamen Rider Saber, and you know I'm happy for the weekends now. I love Saturday and Sundays now. Like oh, it used to be like my chore day where I'd like clean the apartment, do some laundry, go grocery shopping, meal prep. Now I'm like I gotta watch Power Rangers. I am curious going forward. You know if this balance and this writing continues to stay on the quality it's at because as of right now 4 episodes in great quality but that being said yeah new recruits great episode I can't wait for episode 5 this Saturday um, and I'm hoping we get more announcement on toys because as of right now I'm waiting for Amazon to deliver my Amelia Pink Ranger that comes with a key because as of right now I have basically everything except for the 2-pack, the larger size toys with the monsters. I didn't buy any of those, but I have Zato, Ollie, Boom Tower, and the Morpher. So I'm like, I kind of want some more merch. I need some Zords. Hasbro needs to give me some Zords soon because I will put up another bookshelf and I will fill that real quick with Power Ranger stuff because I have not even started putting. I think only 10% of my collection is on display right now. But with that being said, that's off topic. Let me know what you think in the comments below on Dino Fury Episode 4 New Recruits. I enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to the rest of this season. If you're listening to this on the audio version for the podcast, thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe and, you know, share around the podcast. Leave me a little 5-star review. It's now on Apple Podcasts. Watching this on YouTube, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. You'll see more videos from Dino Fury, Zenkaiser, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, my podcast, comic book stuff, all of it, all the goodness. And with that being said, I thank you for watching and listening, and I will see you guys in the next episode.